This is a proper issue about how far do trans rights override women's rights.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Thank y'all so much for clicking play. I haven't checked out Piers Morgan in a while, but we are checking this out because he is about to get into something that's a little testy, or lack thereof. That was not very tasteful considering what we're about to talk about. I'm weird, but I'm not going to apologize for it. God made me this way, and I thank him every day for making me exactly the way I am. And you should do the exact same thing every single day. All right, so let's check this thing out together. I feel good when I'm checking it out with you all. All right, when I'm checking it out with you all, I don't question myself at all. I just let it do what it do, baby. So let's check it out. Y'all have anything to add? Feel free to add it in the comments.
Women's rights and transgender rights is a serious battle. It's a serious debate. And you can see what's happening at the Guardian newspaper, ripping itself apart now between the two camps of feminists and the transgender community who say they're being anti-transgender. This issue of, for example, women's sport. We've got the Olympics coming. You've got a New Zealand weightlifter who lifted as a male in competition, who's now smashing records, having identified as female. This is where it does get, I think, quite serious for the potential effect it has on women's rights. Are you happy for anyone born to a male biological body to simply raise their hand without any need for surgery and to compete in the Olympics against women born to female biological bodies?
So I'm a huge fan of athletics, and this has been a really big raging debate because particularly around the issue of Caster Semenya, and so I've been following it really closely.
But hang on, Caster Semenya that's a different case.
Different case.
But actually there are really problematic issues here.
Caster Semenya is not a trans athlete.
No, there's an argument about whether Caster Semenya is a man or a woman. And
oh man, is this real? This is an actual fighter or an actual athlete that they are debating whether or not this person is a man or a woman. So they don't know. How do they not know? I mean, it's why is it a debate? It's not. Why is it difficult to find out? Is what I'm asking. If that's a dumb question, look, I don't apologize for asking it. I just need to know the answer to that. I thought it would be pretty easy to do. I mean, you don't have any woman. If you think she is a woman, then have a woman look at her thing. Or if it's a man, then you have a man look at his thing. But I don't know. Just here to ask the questions, because y'all are the smart ones when it comes to this stuff right here. So,
and it's been, there was a documentary about it.
Yeah, but that's a different case.
Sorry,
we're talking about people self-identifying with male biological bodies, saying, I am female, I'm now competing against women born to female biological bodies. That's the debate.
But the point that I'm making is this, is that there have been all these issues raised in sport over recent years about who qualifies into which contest. That debate is also raging in relation to disability and what level of disability qualifies you to compete in the Paralympics.
Right. Just back to my question. Should any man or anyone born to a male biological body be able to self-identify as a woman without any surgery or any of that transition process and compete in professional sport against women born to female biological bodies? Because that's the nub of the debate. Yeah,
that is the nub of the debate.
And what's your answer?
What I'm saying to you is there are broader issues here that...
Oh, you should be able to say yes or no, lady. Ain't no. You should be able to say yes or no. What broader issues could there possibly be? We're talking about personal safety here. Not necessarily, well, we are talking about also people spending their entire lives trying to work and achieve certain goals and successes. And I mean, I'm talking about bust their tails. And then somebody enters into their, whatever they're competitive in, and they have such a striking, unfair advantage. There has to be a direct answer to this. Has to be.
Sport is going to have to grapple with about who is allowed to.
Well, we had a trans activist on last week, for example, who said she said she would be happy if Usain Bolt or if Floyd Mayweather spent a year taking testosterone treatment and then competed in the 100 metres women's Olympics or female boxing. Now, would you be happy for Usain Bolt or Floyd Mayweather, and I don't think either of them are planning to do this, but if they decided to self-identify as women and spend a year on testosterone treatment, are you happy for them, as this trans activist was last week, to then...
Yo, that's a dope question. That is an amazing question. But guess what's going to happen? Because although it's a phenomenal question, I don't know. My favorite sport is basketball and then boxing. My favorite sport is basketball. And sometimes you will have someone on offense make someone else look silly the way that they just go around them with a crossover behind their back, just a little fake move, or just step back and just pop it in their face or something like that. And you would think that the defense was horrible. Sometimes the defense is so good. Like, they're right there on you, not grabbing you or anything. Like, they're playing tough, that 80s defense. They're playing that rough man-on-man defense, you know what I mean? But sometimes you be like, man, that was great. That was good defense, but that was better offense. You know what I mean? So what she's doing right now, she's thinking of a way to curtail his question. She's going to answer that question immediately. Why? Because she knows she's playing chess just like he's playing chess. She's there to play a game. Piers Morgan is there to get to the truth. That's the difference here. And she's going to play this game. He's asking a phenomenal question right now. Nobody wants to compete against Floyd Mayweather on no women's boxing. Come on now. Nobody. And what's main man name that she said swimming against, that dude with the big old broad shoulders? Said his name like 4 times, but I'm getting older. But that's crazy, man. And she's gonna say yes regardless because she's playing the game though, and that's the part that gets on my daggone nerves. Be honest.
Treatment. Are you happy for them, as this trans activist was last week, to then compete against women born to female biological bodies?
Well, the point I was trying to make before you cut me off was that I think there has to be a commission set up in sport to decide what the parameters are of those sporting rules. I mean, these are rules that are set by sporting bodies.
But it's not fair, is it?
By governing bodies.
It's just not fair.
No, but you've got to make sure it is fair.
It's damaging to women's rights.
That is my point. You've got to make sure that it is fair. You've got to make sure that it's fair for every generation of athletes that comes through. And it is for sport to have a proper commission to sit down and work out where the boundaries...
You don't need a...
That is such a phenomenal non-answer. That's a phenomenal non-answer.
You don't need a commission to work out it wouldn't be right for Floyd Mayweather to identify as female and then fight women boxers born to female biological bodies. It's not a commission issue, it's a common sense issue, isn't it?
No, I don't.
You're about to be potential leader of the Labour Party.
Thank you.
And you say that this is something that doesn't really matter, and I
think it does matter.
I think these things...
I think it does matter.
I think there's a
basic
women's
inherent
rights.
question of how you treat people properly in this country.
Yeah.
And I represent domestic violence victims who feel very, very strongly the need for safe spaces in this country. And I represent trans people who also are amongst some of the most discriminated against people in this country.
But you can support transgender rights.
I will not allow this to become a zero-sum battle between two people.
But nor will you give me a straight answer,
two people who deserve support. Because why would you make policy about the rules governing sport sitting on Good Morning Britain as a Labour leadership contender? That just strikes me as the way that you get into this.
Why wouldn't you on Good Morning Britain just tell our viewers whether you think it's fair, as a trans activist said last week on this programme, that Usain Bolt could self-identify as female and compete against women born to female biological bodies?
Why can't you just say... Because I'll tell you why.
Good, you're a normal person, Lisa. We'll just go, it's complete madness.
Why. Because you are doing what too many people have done in this debate.
Asking a straight question?
No, you've created more heat and less light. You're setting up an example.
No.
That is just...
How is that heat and less light? He's just asking a question. Why is it so difficult to answer it? What are you trying to hide here? That's the question. What are you trying to hide here? More heat, less light. No, he's just trying to... This is how you get down to the nitty-gritty of something. You're the expert on that side. He's doing nothing but asking a question. You are the expert that have the answers. You're going to give them to him if you want to, if you see it being beneficial to you and the people on your side. What am I missing here? I mean, I miss a lot. I know that. But so I just need for somebody to tell me what it is that I'm missing.
Created more heat and less light. You're setting up an example that is just simply nonsense.
Absolute nonsense.
It's a straw man.
I've asked you
Usain Bolt is not planning to self-identify as a woman and run in a woman's race.
But what we are saying...
And that's why I say take the heat out of this and let's have a sensible,
I'm sorry to be pedantic about
where the parameters lie.
In Connecticut, for example, in America, there are 2 trans athletes who were competing as male athletes, born to male biological bodies, tall, powerful, very fast. They are now identifying as female, and they're smashing all Connecticut women's records. I don't think that is fair to women's rights.
Right.
And you might be the first female leader, I'm presuming you're still identifying as female, of the Labour Party. And if you are, this is a proper issue about how far do trans rights override women's rights. And I think that your inability to give me a straight answer is your problem, not mine.
I am giving you a straight answer, Piers. I'm saying that
you're not.
No, I'm saying that you are setting up a straw man in this in order to pit one group of people against another.
Well, let me give you...
How is that a straight answer? You said you're giving him a straight answer. Then you said, and then you went in to tell him what you were giving him, but that was not a straight answer. What? Piers Morgan wants some daggone answers. He want them now, and he's saying to you, lady, woman, female, wonderful creature of the earth, listen, y'all are the best things since sliced bread. Women are amazing. But he's saying that these rights that you're in support of, they are trampling on your own rights. At least that's what I heard. If that's not what he's saying, then, hey, charge that to my mind, not my heart, because that's exactly what I heard.
I'm saying that you're setting up a straw man in this in order to pit one group of people against another.
Well, let me give you...
It is not good
Well, let me
enough.
give you
it
an
has
exact...
a real world impact,
okay,
and you
then
want
what
to stop
about
it.
the weightlifter in New Zealand who is wanting to compete in the Olympics as a female weightlifter who previously competed as a male weightlifter born with a male biological body? Is that right?
That's why I said to you we need to set up a commission to consider these issues properly.
You won't have a commission in time for the Olympics. They're in 3 months.
Yeah, but this is why sport needs to get together and
sort this out. Is it fair, Lisa?
Well, it's
Why
not
can't you
fair
answer
if there are
me?
no rules. It's not fair if there are no rules. That's why we have to have proper rules. But the idea that you want to pit one group of people against another, I just think this is not good enough. It does have.
You know why I think it's not good enough, Lisa? What you're not doing is giving a straight answer.
I am giving a straight answer.
You're not.
No, I am giving a straight answer.
You're trying to actually do everything but give a straight answer.
No, I'm sorry,
because
I'm
you're
not.
worried about the reaction your answer will cause you.
No,
you're worried that the
I'm
trans
worried
community will accuse you of betraying them.
I'm worried about what you are doing to some of the most marginalised people in the country.
What am I doing?
You are trying to create.
What am I doing but trying to defend women's rights from a grotesquely unfair situation where people born to male biological bodies who have an obvious superior strength and power are now being able to simply say, I'm female, and compete against women born to female bodies. What am I doing that's so wrong?
You are...
Yo. Piers Morgan. Bro. Let up off the gas a little bit, brother. Sheesh. What that lady ever do to you, man? You are upset, brother. You are upset. No, you're not. You just, I understand why you're upset. You're talking to somebody who has the answers, but they refuse to give them to you. But she has told you many times, and I don't know why you keep asking her. I know you have a point to make, but her answer is not going to change. Her answer is, I don't know. No, her answer is, I don't believe it's up to me to give you the answer to that. That's her answer. But I think it would be fair if we had an entire committee of people who can come together and vote for something like that, so none of us are held accountable for this by ourselves. That way it could seem fair to her. Right now, she does have a bias for the other side. If she can like take those examples that you're giving her and answer them without embarrassing herself, she absolutely would do it, but she's not going to shine by answering those questions. So she's not going to, you're going to beat her to the ground trying to get an answer about that, and she's not going to give it to you. Damn good questions though, man. You're true.
and compete against women born to female bodies. What am I doing that's so wrong?
You are attacking some of the most marginalised
people
in this country by setting up a false war between women
that's outrageous.
and trans women.
I'm not attacking anyone. I've always supported transgender rights. I'm not attacking anybody.
Yes, you are.
I'm defending women's... No, I'm defending women's rights.
Well, that would be a first, to be honest.
It wouldn't, actually.
Oh, she got you good, brother. She got you. I need to play that again because she hasn't gotten him all night. Oh, yeah. I got to show both of them love, right? I mean, Piers Morgan has been getting her sugar honey iced tea all night. Now she said, well, since we slinging mud at each other, you ain't support us either, huh? So we want to talk about it. Oh, you started it. You started it. Look like she wanted to call him the N-word and everything. She is upset. Like, this, like, brother, you're not going to keep on getting on my daggone nerves. That's not what you're going to do. Not tonight.
I've always supported transgender rights. I'm not attacking anybody.
Yes, you are.
I'm defending women's... No, I'm defending women's rights.
Well, that would be a first, to be honest.
It wouldn't, actually. I defend women's rights a lot on this programme.
I'm sorry, I think this is just outrageous. You are setting up two groups of people who deserve better against one another.
By asking a question about whether they should compete in sport?
No, by saying that this is a simple issue that doesn't require some careful thought in order to protect two groups of people who frankly deserve better than this basic
what they need,
debate.
actually, is for people in leadership positions to be honest and to make proper decisions.
Yes, and that's what I'm doing.
What they don't want is that anyone who's asked a question then says, stop attacking me.
We need far less heat, far more light, and you've just shown exactly why over the last few minutes.
Wow. Is that what you really think?
Yes, that is exactly what I
Do you really think viewers watching this think I've been attacking transgender people?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I bet you...
Wow. He's protecting them from getting their ass beat. If a woman go and try to daggone fight Floyd Mayweather, she gonna get her ass beat. The dude is an extreme professional. Not that big, but god dang it, he's effective. 50-something wins with 0 losses in his entire career, professional career. Running against Usain Bolt, swimming against Michael Phelps. Come on now. Weightlifting against men who have been doing it for a long time. He's trying to protect the women. He's trying to protect the women. And you saying you're attacking them because you're taking away their choices to do what they want to do. But if we had a committee to come together and decide that if something happened to them, we won't be held liable because it was all voted for in a proper manner, where we had 3 people from this place and 3 people of that race and 3 people and 3, and like, we want to have the proper amount of people that represents all the groups so it can be fair and we can vote for their demise together. When you can just vote for it right now, just by using your common sense. By simply using common sense. Like, oh, okay, you're making a lot of sense. This is not going to happen anymore. Or you can say, well, we can care less about our rights. Give them some more of ours. And we're going to back this no matter how it makes us look and no matter how many of them it hurt. So, yeah, I do want them to go up against Floyd because I think they can do whatever they want to do. Woman power.
Viewers watching this think I've been attacking transgender people.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I bet you not one of them thinks that.
You said it was grotesque.
No, I said it's grotesquely unfair to women if transgender athletes born to male biological bodies with superior strength and power are able to compete against them in female competition as, say, weightlifters or boxers.
But that's why you need some proper rules around
Why can't you just give me a straight answer and agree that's unfair?
No,
okay.
I said you need rules.
All right.
It's unfair not to have
You
rules.
want a consultation about it. I think that is your answer.
I said enough. It's y'all turn. Please let me know whatever it is you want me to know in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I am Van, and now we are all the LFR family. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. And maybe even consider the Discord. We are putting some things together over there. It's growing. I think we hit 1,100 people in there now. So it would be amazing if you come over there, join us, and see what it's all about. All right. Until next time, man. Love y'all.